This is Tailgate Talk. Grab yourself a folding chair and a cold one, because we've got sports talk fresh off the grill. Hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute. Produced by Jaywalk. Tailgate 35 starts right now.
Welcome on into the Tailgate Talk podcast, where the stakes are flaming hot and the Coke Zero Vanilla Cream Sugar is ice cold.
Can't find it anywhere. I can't find it anywhere.
But it's vanilla, or it's holiday vanilla, so it might be limited edition. But yeah, and it's this can. It's not. I had a disappointing moment. Briefly, really quick. Alongside me, Itty Bitty Ute. I'm DB Cooper, and on the ones and twos, we got Jaywalk holding it down. I had a really depressing moment at my parents' house a couple days ago playing poker. My mom comes down. She says, DB, I got those vanilla Cokes that you like a lot. I was fire one up, bring one down. She said, I got you. She brings the can down. It was a regular Coke, regular vanilla, still okay, but it was just I was expecting my holiday creamy vanilla Coke Zero.
Oh, cream.
And it wasn't that, and it tore me. Ooh.
Did you drink it?
The poker game, by the way. I drank it. I drank it all. Yes, I was very appreciative.
Where were you in terms of placement in the poker match?
Dead last. I put on the party. I paid out everyone. Two nephews, like $1 and $2 ahead. My brother-in-law was like $5 ahead, and then my dad was like $16 ahead. And I was the only one that was negative. I was winning decisively, and then we took a lunch break, and after the lunch break, I just couldn't. I made like two mistakes that didn't cost me a lot, but cost me hands, and I couldn't get him out of my head, and I just went on a huge losing streak, and it was rough to watch, rough to witness. But thanks for asking.
You pull the Penn State. That Oregon loss turned into 4 straight losses, and your coach getting fired.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Coach is getting fired on my end for sure. We got to go back to the drawing board. I can't lose to my nephews like that in the poker match. Won't happen again. Promise you that. Speaking of other games that have happened recently, the Utes played their bowl game this last week. Absolutely throttled the University of Nebraska. Utah 44, Nebraska 22. Key takeaways that you had from that?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a shootout, and a little rocky in that first quarter defensively, and then I think it was like halfway through the third, they were like, they haven't gotten a first down since that first quarter. Like, they punted like 5 times in a row. And, yeah, I mean, it was a beauty. It's a beauty to end the year.
Beauty, it felt so good to get that kind of monkey off our back of the bowl games. It's been a minute since we've won one. I do have to just chuckle a little bit. For those that didn't see, which I imagine our listeners did watch it, but if you didn't, Nebraska on the first 2 drives, ran down our freaking throats and cut through us like warm butter, just running the ball. And I try to stay off of the old Twitter machine X during games because it's a very dark place during games, especially when we're not playing good. But I was scrolling during commercials, and man, it was funny to see the reactions. We can't stop the run again. What's happened to our run defense? Fire everyone, fire this,
fire Scally.
Fire that. Yeah. And then before you know it, Utah rattled off like 35 unanswered points. Like you said, Nebraska couldn't pick up a first down. It's like, all right, we just had to settle in a little bit.
The scripted drives.
Yep.
There's a reason the first and second drives are scripted, and then, yeah.
Dude, it's like a real thing when I watch football games. If one of the two teams on their opening drive goes down and scores a touchdown like nothing, like they're playing against air, it almost always the other team comes back and demolishes them. It's like that scripted drive, you almost need a little bit of pushback and get hit in the mouth early to make sure you know that it's not going to turn into a shootout. But that's neither here nor there. I got a couple things that stood out to me. You want 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1?
2, 3, 1.
All right, 2. I got Dampier's throwing. I couldn't believe it. Now, he still put up 148 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns on the ground. But his throwing, 19 of 31, 310 yards, and that touchdown to, I think it was JJ over the middle. He had 30 seconds in the pocket, scan in the field. I mean, we have never seen a quarterback be that patient and not just take off. And he threw an absolute laser into the end zone. I believe it was JJ. It was one of the most impressive. It wasn't quite the Larry Simmons at Wyoming throw, but it was right up there for one of the most impressive throws I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't rewatched the game, but I was like 98% sure he fixed himself a chili dog, waiting for something to happen, and bang, JJ,
bang, bang. JJ had a game. People are excited about him. I got more on him later. Not breaking news, but an opinion. JJ was awesome. I thought the person that kind of should have gotten a little bit more love than JJ, and they probably would have if he was JJ's age, Dallin Bentley.
What a game.
Six receptions, 148 yards, and a tud. Nope. 148 was Dampier's rushing. 106 yards from Bentley and a tud on 6 receptions. Dude, I've said it before. I've tweeted it a couple times. I know. Some people follow me on Twitter that listen. So if you've seen it, if you've read it before, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it again though. Dallin Bentley is going to be my prime example for a very long time as to how confident I am in this Utah coaching staff's ability to evaluate players and put a price on their head. You're smirking. Have I said this too many times?
No, I'm just saying, like, no.
Hear me out. Let me finish.
Yeah.
We know. All right, the staff's turning, whatever. I think Scally's very good at evaluating. We've known that Utah has an ability to evaluate players for a long time, but how do you put a monetary value on a player is a brand new thing for all college teams. And like, how do you pay a certain player, where on the pay scale do you pay him? What I'm trying to get at, last year we lost Carson Ryan. Carson Ryan had a great year. Carson Ryan is a good tight end. I think BYU paid Carson Ryan close to $500,000. I think we paid Dallin Bentley a turkey sandwich. And in reality, they produced just...
God.
I mean, maybe you can calm down on... How long is this cough going to go for? But it's just like the prime example of, I think, this staff's ability to evaluate players and now put a monetary value on them. Just that. What, are you laughing at me? Am I not making sense?
No, you make
Am I not making sense? Am I not making sense?
Sometimes I can't control a cough and I can't hit the mute button fast enough. Damn it.
Okay.
So will you just give me some slack?
Hey. Slack is given. Just don't let it happen again. It's at least coming from you and not our producer. That would be crazy if the producer.
Oh, sorry, guys.
There's our producer. Thank goodness we have one that has a little bit of awareness now. But no, let the guy walk and go do his thing when you know that you have another player in the fold that's just as good. That's going to require not nearly the amount of money. I'm hyped up on Utah football.
God, dude. I actually really appreciate the line in the sand being drawn, because if we cave for every player, they talk, right? Then we have to cave for the 4th string gunner on punt team, and it's just like, look, we love you, but we can't do this.
Yeah. And it has nothing to do with, in my opinion, it has nothing to do with how much money the University of Utah has, whatever. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you overpay for everyone, people just aren't going to hit. Like, you're not always, just because you pay the most doesn't mean you are going to get the best players. You still need to evaluate and know what you're paying for. I just have extreme confidence that this Utah football knows what they're doing as far as seeing somebody and knowing what they're worth.
Yeah, like take that freshman quarterback for BYU. I mean, he's getting paid to go on his mission. It was like part of the deal up front. All he has to do is decommit, and they lose out money. And you won't see us ever doing that.
Hope not.
Yeah. So, I agree. Great points. How about Morgan?
Go ahead.
First win. His first win as head coach. He that picture of him leading the team, sitting there with his hands on, dude. You know, we got one of those with Witt at the Rose Bowl at the start of this year. Legendary gif. But yeah, that's gonna go down, and we're gonna use that one for years.
I agree. We got two of the all-time pictures we've ever had. That one that you mentioned pregame, leading the team out, and then the one straight on of his Gatorade bath, and his face, and it's just, you can tell all the shock. And I'm getting chills thinking about both pictures right now. We got some amazing pictures for the boy, Morgan Scally, that are going to go down and be used for a long time. So happy. I mentioned it last week. I wanted them to win just so I can spend the whole offseason saying my coach, his career record, he's undefeated. Your coach isn't. Now, I did recognize I need Ole Miss to fucking lose.
Why?
Well, because their coach has a undefeated career record as well. He's 2-0.
Sorry. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Yeah.
He's 2-0. And so I can't say yours isn't and mine is if Ole Miss's is as well. I want to be able to be the only one in the entire world that has an undefeated coach with their career record. Off to a good start.
If I was Morgan, I'd probably hang it up.
Yeah, just call it good. Doesn't get better than that.
All right. That was good. Guaranteed money. 4 years contract. We got him for 4 years. I think it's a perfect start for him. Could we talk about the other coaches?
I want to get there. Just a couple more things on the bowl game specifically, Morgan. Got to give a shout out to Father Stu. As we realized that we were going to get a Gatorade bath, sent out a text with everyone's guesses on the color of the Gatorade. Father Stu correctly guessed on yellow for the color of the Gatorade on Morgan. It was yellow. And then the other thing really quick, right going into half, I realized we're going to get our first halftime interview from the head ball coach, Morgan Scally. And he gave what I thought was a great interview. It wasn't complete coach talk. It wasn't anything what we're used to. We actually heard some things other than this same thing over and over again. He actually kind of expounded, and he had the happiness on his face. I hope you don't look at me differently for saying this. I shed a tear. I shed a tear of happiness for Morgan in that moment. I did. I'm so happy for him, dude.
I'm happy for you to be happy for him.
Thank you.
I am too. He was emotional after the game, and that was cool. It's the only logo he'll ever wear, and it meant a lot to him. So I'm pumped.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know what? Let's talk about Scally and his staff. So you're saying Scally got 4 years?
4-year deal. I believe that's right. Jamie, you might have to double check that, but looked like a 4-year deal, and we didn't know if Scally was gonna call the plays, and it looked like he did in the first half. But the second half was Swan.
Yep.
And the deal looked great, man. I think Swan is the only guy for that job, and I'm so happy it was him. I know there's some push to other people. Did you say Lewis Powell? I thought you said Lewis Powell. But there's some Shaw talk.
About being the DC?
Yeah.
I definitely did not say Lewis Powell being the DC.
Luther Ellis?
I did bring up possibly Luther. I thought he was a long shot. But yeah.
Scally, it says here, the contract was a 3-year deal in September 22, and then with the exact same terms for his head coach, which aren't available, but we can assume they're 3 to 4 years. That's what it says. So,
I think his introduction.
My prayer is that you pay attention to Skelly's contract and stop taking off in your bed at night. Thus saith the producer Amen.
Thank you, Jaywalk. Beautiful. I haven't seen a public knowledge of his contract yet, so I don't know. Might have slipped me, but his introductory press conference is on the 6th. I think we'll probably hear, I imagine, the details of the contract either tomorrow or on the 6th. 4 years is probably a good guess. I don't know what Witt was making per year at Utah.
6 to 6-ish range, I think, give or take.
And Scally was just making
4 or
2?
5?
No, the highest paid DC was 3-1 from the Michigan or the Penn State DC that left Ohio State. Mm-hmm. I think he's probably in the 2 ranges because there for a second, Scally was the highest paid coordinator in college football for a year. But that was a couple of years ago. I think he's somewhere in the 2s, so double his pay him 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Over 4 years, $20 million.
Yeah. Love it.
I like it. Retaining Shaw, retaining Swan, as Itty Bitty said, Swan getting the DC job. I believe that we're retaining Luther, but I will say nothing has publicly been announced on that. Mm-hmm. Luther else, I can't imagine they would let Luther go, but
yeah.
Again, nothing official. And then retaining Mark Otuai, the running back coach, I thought fantastic. That was like, he announced that himself like the day after Scally was hired. Loved that it just showed Scally was just really on top of it, quickly figuring out his staff. And I thought that of all the position coaches, I think that our running back coach is the one they had to keep.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, his energy. I remember at Wyoming, there's a fumble, and he had the whole team. They're kind of doing the bro, like, circle, hug, and he was hyping him up. And, dude, he's a hype guy, so I'm pumped to have him back. Plus Wayshawn.
Energy. Plus Wayshawn. Wayshawn is not going to leave that guy's side, I don't think. And just what our running backs did this year compared to the previous 2 or 3. I mean, each running back got better as the year went on. I can confidently say Wayshawn at the end of the year was way better than Wayshawn at the beginning of the year. Although Wayshawn was still pretty good at the beginning of the year. I thought Knack Rogers got stronger and better as the season went on. Kind of got hurt there at the end. Daniel Bray was an interesting one. But anyways, like I feel like our running back room produced way more than they had in the previous one. Yeah.
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 I do have some stats if you want to go over.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I apologize. Stats!
No.
Stats! Stats!
Stats!
Stats!
Stats!
Stats!
Stats!
Stats!
Stats!
Getting offline, guys. Later.
Stats! Okay, here we go. 2025
Stats
from the University of Utah football team. We averaged 41.2 points a game. 2024, we averaged 23 points a game.
18 points?
We almost doubled, yeah. We almost doubled. This last year, we averaged... sorry, I'm going to go a different point. We scored 535 points compared to 279. Total touchdowns, we had 72. 2024, we had 31.
More than double.
We had 331 total first downs. 2024, we had 199. That is absolutely insane. We rushed for just shy of 3,500 yards. And, I mean, there's teams that don't even have 3,500 yards total.
Yeah.
And we rushed for 1,500. So we had 2,000 more rushing yards this year. Which is
bonkers. I mean, there's a lot of teams that had 2,000 rushing yards total, and let alone a 2,000 yard increase.
Yeah. So total yards, everything together. In 2024, we had 3,900 yards. 2025, we had 6,278 yards. So we pretty much rushed what we did total offense the year before.
Jeez. That's insane.
That is crazy.
Absolutely insane.
Fun stat for you, because I know we talked about it.
I heard stats, and now every time I hear stats, I can't help it. Those stats!
So here's some penalty stats.
Yep.
We had 624 yards of penalties on 77 penalties this year. 2024, we had 65 penalties for 555 yards. We were more penalized, which makes sense because there was like 4 games in a row we had like 200 yards of penalties. And then the last stats I'll give you is in 2024 we averaged 32 minutes a game in time of possession. This year we averaged 30 minutes. We had less time of possession.
Oh, wow. We were scoring faster. Those are great stats. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got a couple more that they tweeted out during the game. School records. Utes scored their 39th rushing touchdown of the year in the bowl game. 39th rushing touchdown of the year. Breaks a single season record. And then the other one was...
compared to the 12 last year. We had 12 rushing touchdowns last year.
We had 12 rushing touchdowns in 2024. This year we break a school record with 39 rushing touchdowns. Next one was, I think, rushing yards, but I'm trying to find it. Pressure. Stats.
Stats.
Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Find it.
Stats.
Yes, I was right. Most rushing yards in a single season in school history. They did not give the amount of rushing yards that we had. But my two questions were, if we broke the school record for rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, I wonder where that ranks in conference record for teams that have been in the Big 12 conference, not just current teams, but all-time teams in the Big 12 conference. I wonder where our rushing touchdowns on the season, 39, and our rushing yards on the season rank in the conference history. Because if they rank at the top, then I wasn't wrong about us running the conference.
Yeah, we ran it.
We ran the ball.
We ran it. Yeah.
There's no discrepancy. Going on with Scally's staff, unless you got more stats or something along those lines.
That's a great segue to our OC hire.
Yes.
Do you want to announce his name, and then we can kind of talk about him?
Kevin McGiven from the Utah State University, the Aggies. Bronco Mendenhall's OC this last year, so we're going back-to-back years stealing from Bronco Mendenhall. Kind of funny. Kevin McGiven, I will say we got to go through this on another episode, maybe closer to spring ball. When he was hired, because we were hearing all sorts of different names, and then all of a sudden, bam, out of nowhere, Kevin McGiven. Like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
I hurried and Googled his Utah State page to look up his bio to see his coaching experience, the same way that we did with Gary Anderson last week. I took just about as long to read his Kevin McGiven's coaching experience than I did Gary Anderson. Kevin has been a lot of places, and a couple places more than once, which I found interesting. But he's got a lot of experience, and I don't think the offense will look too much different than it did this year.
Yeah, I did some Mick homework and was looking at this similar offense that he was running, and it was insane. It was very run heavy, RPO, a lot of movement, and yeah, very similar to Beck's. So it's huge. And they put up numbers at Utah State.
Yeah.
Like crazy numbers. So,
and I don't think so. Jason Beck gave a lot of credit to his mentor Robert Anai, and where he found his system, and then Kevin McGiven also comes from the Robert Anai tree, and then I don't think it's a coincidence that Bronco went and replaced McGiven with Robert Anai. I think the world is figuring out maybe Anai was just ahead of his time because he got a lot of shit when he was down in Provo for the offense that he ran. Yeah. But now it's pretty dang successful. And I thought that was kind of a funny hire for Bronco. He wants the same system as the previous two, but he wants the guy that he knows will not leave him.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah,
please don't leave me.
For the love of God. I don't want to go through what Utah's going through.
Excited for Kevin McGiven. You know what? If our offense doesn't score a single point under Kevin McGiven, I will say I will still be happy with the hire because his name is going to provide us a lot of good knee slappers. I tweeted out McGiven defense's heartburn, but I think I'm going to roll with McGiven defense's fits. I think I like more. So Kevin's McGiven defense's fits, I think is good. I think it's just a lot of good opportunities with that name.
Oh yeah,
good or bad, really.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Kevin McGiving us the shits. I don't know.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, yeah, Ute fans kind of freaked out on Twitter, and they're like, "Oh, it's going to be a step back." It's like, well, no matter who we hire, it's going to be a step back. You don't average 42 points in a P4 program and get someone else in there and do the same thing. It's not going to happen. So
the listeners got to go look up Salt Lake Jake's tweet he had. It was so good. It was a screenshot of a text message he said a group of Ute fans that he texts with, and they were screenshots from last year when we hired Beck, and everyone in that group was complaining about hiring Beck and how that's going to be an awful hire, and it wasn't as sexy as it was a big disappointment, not sexy of a name like the previous two names that we heard in that cycle with Leftwich and Arbuckle. And it was out of left field. People were shocked by it, and it didn't make sense. And Witt can't get out of his little coaching tree. It's all the same reactions this year. It's hilarious. People aren't as excited because it's not as sexy as the other two names we heard with Jonathan Smith and Marcus Arroyo. It came out of left field. I didn't even know, bro. You could have told me Kevin McGiven. I would have told you that's a cartoon character. That's not a real person. Let alone an OC in Logan. Yes, Jaywalk.
So Kevin McGiven's history is kind of tricky, especially when you look at OSU, his time at Oregon State. And that's because of their record. I think they were going through some serious rebuild years in 2015, 16, and 17. But here's some kind of silver lining. OSU averaged 14 yards per game more, rush and passing, both from the previous years when Kevin McGiven was not there. They also scored 7.2 more points per game when Kevin McGiven was there. I think the team struggled overall, but he really built his programs around these quarterbacks and didn't have a lot of talent. So it's like, even during the Civil War, Oregon State versus Oregon, they put up 42 points, Like, he's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot of time working with quarterbacks and building offenses around kind of nobodies. And you can definitely see this with Utah State. He's using, like, a total nobody. He's making Bryson Barnes look amazing. which is not an easy thing to do. But, building a program around kind of nobodies and developing these talents and these offensive schemes to increase production is kind of the name of the game. So horrible records, but kind of a sneaky play for what he can bring to the table.
A couple things. It is so refreshing to have like a producer like come in and just like give like good detail like that. So I appreciate it, Jaywalk. I had another name that came to my mind while we were talking.
Okay.
I'm trying to workshop it, so this is gonna be the first time I say it out loud. So if it fails, we might just need to help out a little bit here. But Kevin McGiven, Kevin McTaketh.
Oh.
What the Lord Kevin McGiven giveth, the Lord Kevin McTaketh away.
Yeah. Yes.
The Portal McGiven. The Portal McTaketh. Take it.
Yes. Yes.
That's hard. That's hard to say.
His name, I mean, there's endless possibilities that we can do with that name.
So, the McDonald's meal, the McSnatch, the McBitch, whatever people call it, right? The McGiven now. That's it.
Do you want to explain what the McGiven is to people that don't know? Or do you need me to?
Yes, I'm going to watch this field goal with you guys live for the game.
Who's winning?
Baltimore. Baltimore's kicking to win.
Oh my gosh.
Pittsburgh's up by 2.
Pittsburgh has got to make this.
It's a 40-ish yard field goal.
I'm not a Steelers fan. I am a Pirates fan. I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm sorry. I want Tyler Huntley.
Okay, line it up.
Respect.
I might be a couple seconds behind you, J-Walk. Field goal formation. Snap. Good hold. Kick is up. He pushed it! He pushed it! Ball game!
Steelers are
That's why you don't cut Justin Tucker! Idiots!
I don't know if you want to go down that road. The massage parlors were hopping.
That's true.
Anyways. Okay, let me ask you this really quickly on that subject. Does Lamar start the 2026 season in a Ravens uniform?
Oh. No.
Do you have a place in mind?
No.
Oh my gosh.
He
The
doesn't.
Dolphins have been talking.
Yeah. Tua's
Back
hanging out.
home would be
Yeah.
sick, bro.
That'd be filth.
Back home to Miami would be sick.
Yeah. Huntley takes over.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Where were we at?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So you take a
McGiven.
McDouble.
Oh yeah. The McGiven at McDonald's.
Yeah. The McGiven now. I used to call it a McSnatch or McBitch, depending on who you were. I personally don't use crude language, so I use McSnatch.
McGang.
McGame.
Bang. That was always mine.
But now it's the McGiven. And maybe maybe McDonald's will sponsor us, and we'll do a whole chili dog you thing with McGiven.
So are you gonna explain what
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah. So it's a double. It's a McDouble. You split it down the half, so you have patty, bun, 2 of them.
Are you gonna
Like
explain?
this. I'm explaining, damn it. Would you hold your horses? God.
I just want us to make around the ball.
Yeah. Then you get a McSpicy chicken. You put it in there, you stack it all, and now you got a McGiven.
McGiven. I'm not calling it
is-
anything else ever again.
Yeah. It is delightful. It's a game changer.
Here's what the McGiven needs to be. So there's the McGang, the McSnitch, or whatever you want to call it. The McGiven needs to be the McDouble, the hot and spicy McChicken, and then you do the McGangbang, but there needs to be like mac sauce or something. Like get a side of mac sauce and then spread the mac sauce on the chicken. That's the McGiven. That's
Spread it all over that thing.
Sweet and sour. Sweet and
Yeah.
sour.
Oh.
yeah. You just gotta spit right in the middle of the patties, and then you put McGiven.
God.
This segment is brought to you by McDonald's, one of our faithful sponsors.
I'm going McDonald's. Smart.
Yeah. One.
Other coaches that have been hired, Chad Bumphus, back as receivers coach, left us for Mississippi State, his alma mater, 4-year starter, like all-time leading receiver at Mississippi State. Went back home, made sense. I can't figure out why he's coming back to Utah. I think he got fired at Mississippi State. Don't know why.
Yeah,
but
the new head coach didn't retain him.
Tough to
Wanted
see.
to bring his own guys. So
Glad to have bump back. Another great name.
oh yeah,
Jordan Gross, 0 college coaching experience, but I think he knows what he's doing. I'm happy about that. Defensive ends. Sorry if I'm wrong on the pronunciation. Just came across our desk. Noakes, Coach Noakes, I think is what they're calling him. I think that's his first name, but I think he goes by Coach Noakes, according to Aaron Donald, who Noakes coached in college. Yeah, that Aaron Donald. That's what Aaron Donald calls him, is Coach Noakes. And then Odom is safeties coach coming back home. He played here a long time ago.
Yeah.
And come back home to coach safeties. I got something for you. I think the last 2 years specifically, maybe 3 years, but 2 specifically, our safeties have been trending down. Oh no. I also think our defense was kind of trending down as far as what our standards are for our defense.
oh no,
Leads me to say this. I think there was an individual that maybe was getting a little burnt out. And I think it will be a blessing that said individual is taking on a higher role and hungrier wolves are coming in to lead our defense and our safeties, and I think we will see improved play from both.
wow. When I was looking up the stats, we took another step back with defensively. I don't think you're far off on that one, sir. I don't think it's a hot take.
I'll say I think a little bit of maybe our step back defensively might have been a little bit of getting purged in the transfer portal at rough times last year where we couldn't recover in time. I think it'll be different this year with just the single transfer portal window. But I also, I think Morgan was just getting a little bit burnt out. I think this will be a refreshing change. And here's another thing. Utah fans, we haven't been through this coaching change thing in a long time. 21 years to be exact. We haven't gone through a coaching change like this ever. So this is new territory. And a lot of our fans weren't even around 21 years ago. So this is a lot of new territory for a lot of people. I understand it's very, very emotional, and it's kind of scary. We're losing some guys like Jim Harding, Lewis Powell, 2 guys that have been here forever, produced incredible talent for us, highly effective coaches in every sense of the word, and we've seen them for a long time, and it's kind of scary that they're leaving us. Fear not, my friends. I think a new set of eyes is healthy. I think we're getting a new defensive line coach and system and a new offensive line coach that can maybe have a different set of eyes and say we should be tweaking it a little bit here for a little bit more productivity, where the previous regimen had been here for so long, doing it a certain way for so long, that you kind of get stagnant, and maybe those eyes that see the same thing over and over and over again kind of losing the finer details on things.
Yeah.
Is that too much of a homer
No.
take? Do I need to take off my red goggles?
I think they were I don't think. They were an older staff. They've been in their ways for years, and they didn't change much, which is great. I mean, when you played Utah, everybody knew what they were getting. A physical team, dominant the trenches, but we weren't flashy. We weren't really good in the skilled areas.
I have a question for you. Can I ask it?
Yeah, please.
Okay,
Please,
I was waiting for you to call me.
Please.
Our defensive line has been known to do the shift at the right before the snap the ball, draws the offense a false start on the offense almost every time. The last handful of years, opposing coaches have caught on to it, let the refs know. The refs have been aware. We've got a lot of defensive delay of games for that shift. My question: Do you think the shift stays? That kind of technique stays? And then I have a follow-up question.
I think the shift will stay in some form, but I don't think they're going to be screaming shift anymore.
Okay.
Because we never went away from screaming it. We still yelled shift. And I think you got to at least let your team know you're shifting at the same time, but I don't think you're going to be screaming it in the offensive line's face anymore.
Okay.
That's where I'm
Let
going
me
with
ask
that.
you this.
I don't know.
Do you think Michigan will still do the shift?
Absolutely.
You think?
Absolutely.
They're Michigan. What? I always thought that was a technique you kind of had to do when you're kind of admitting like you kind of need all the help you can get. You might not be as athletic as the other side, and you're trying to really work the system as much as you can. I don't know if they have to do that in Michigan.
I think they will, because just to the earlier point, they're setting their ways. So I don't think they're going to change much. I do hope.
Go ahead.
I do hope we do the delayed D-line substitution and make the other team burn a timeout.
Yes.
I love that. It is so petty.
It's a great strategy. If you don't want it to happen to you, don't sub. Especially when it happens like in a 2-minute drill and people are freaking out. It's like, well, you shouldn't sub in the 2-minute drill. But also, if you have to sub, don't sub late, because I mean that's a great it's a great thing. It's a great strategy. That one I don't think as admitting that you're less talented. I think that is just taking advantage of an opposing coach's stupidity.
Right. Yeah.
I do like that. I agree with you. I hope it stays.
When they sub at 15 seconds left, and they get set, and then we sub, and we're doing the slow, and our D line's just standing there acting like they don't know what's going on. It's so great.
It's so good.
It's so great.
Okay, so yeah, we covered Lewis Powell, Jim Harding, Jason Beck, Micah Simon, Coy Detmer Jr., and then our strength and conditioning coach, all bouncing to Michigan. How are you feeling about that? Because social media is ablaze.
Ablaze. Yeah, people are pooping blood right now. It's... Look, we talked about it last episode. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but we did. Urban took all his guys.
The last episode's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Urban took his guys. It's going to happen. Witt didn't take that job thinking, oh, maybe I'll find some people. That was the last job to fill, pretty much.
Yeah.
He had to take... He didn't have an option.
Right.
He had to take his guys. And those guys that he took had been Witt guys for years and years. Harding could have taken so many jobs. But he stayed with Witt because he believed in Witt. And that's what he's doing with Michigan. Look, it sucks. It sucks losing Beck. It sucks losing these players like John Henry Daly's going to go. Smith Stoughton might go. We're probably going to see more. Probably a quarterback. Probably a running back. Maybe Johnny Hall. Who knows? We're going to lose our 5-star receiver commit. But that's the name of the game. Dude, he gave 21 years to this program.
32 to the program. 21 is good.
21 head coach, 32 to the program. The way he handled 22 forever with Aaron Lowe and Ty Jordan, in my eyes, is a Hall of Fame experience. Just that alone. You take everything away, how he handled that and navigated that. Like, we can't just throw that out. You can't do it. That drives me nuts.
People are losing their minds, bro. It's like, take a step back from being so emotional. You make a great point on the coaching, the part of the coaching carousel that we're in. When all these coaches signed extensions, I think most of their coordinators did too. What offense coordinator was Witt supposed to go out and take?
Right.
Who's available?
There's no one there. Yeah. Of course he's going to take Beck. And
Is
of
he
course
supposed to
Beck's
take
going to go. Yeah. And these U fans are like, I don't get McGive two shits right now. He took all our guys. No, he had to take them, dude. And yeah, I did some mixed studying on his playbook, and he had shotgun formation, 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks right, 1 on his left, and he ran a speed option where the far running back on his right lead blocked. And then the guy on his left kind of did so he had 2 options. Pitch it, kind of like the pass, right? What do they call that? Whatever it's
Shovel
called.
pass? Utah pass?
Shovel pass. And then the speed option with a lead blocker. It was so cool. And I think homie from our NCAA 25 league absolutely kicked my ass with that playbook. So, but yeah, back to Michigan. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to a game. I'm going to cheer on Witt. Sugar Bowl. Okay, hold on.
Sorry, you just really quickly. You of all people shock me that you're still on board with Witt, but I know. I do love it. I do love it.
And I get a lot of shit because I could be negative sometimes. I get it. Okay, I'm trying to work on it.
I thought you would want to carve out Witt's heart with a dull spoon at this point, but. So at first I was pissed, but there's just he's just taking his guys. 22 forever, dude.
22 forever. That alone should be the reason to still cheer on for Whittingham. Okay. Yeah. Number 2, the Sugar Bowl year. Yeah. Okay. People just erase the Fiesta Bowl like he had nothing to do with it. He was the fucking defensive coordinator. Yeah. All right. We're holding P4 programs at the time. P5. We A&M. Pittsburgh, all these good teams. We dominated them, and he was part of it, okay? And then he navigated COVID, okay? COVID wasn't just a walk in the fucking park, okay? Okay, next, you want to know what's next? 2021, Pac-12, okay? All right, after 2 of our guys died, what do? We go win the Pac-12 championship, go to the Rose Bowl. Oh, back-to-back years, let's do it. Yeah, was he wrong in a lot of areas? Did he screw up on injuries? Absolutely. Was he petty enough to, maybe draw out injuries? Absolutely. Okay? Was he old school? Absolutely. But, I mean, with all that said.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh, my. Oh, my God. Look at his Lee Corso. Oh, my gosh.
I am going to cheer on Michigan. They're my number 2 team. I'm still a Ute till I die, but they are my number 2 team moving forward.
Yep.
And I'm going to cheer them every single game unless they're playing the Utes. And that's it. I hope they win a natty.
That was sick. That was so sick. The Corso wave was so nice. That's so
Let's
good.
go.
You make a lot of good points to add on the things that just didn't go Witt's way, but he handled it just fine. We had our dream conference, the Pac-12, just dissolve and die, and then we got delegated to the truck stop conference. He went from going to LA and Seattle and Eugene every year to fucking Manhattan, Kansas and Ames, Iowa, and he didn't complain for a fucking second. He didn't. And everyone on Twitter did. I don't get it. I understand it's emotional right now. Just maybe my advice to, if you are emotional and you want Witt's head on a stake, maybe take a step back for a second and a breather. We'll be just fine. It might hurt for this upcoming season. Maybe it'll cost us some wins not having all of our guys that we would have had. Maybe. After that, it shouldn't affect us that much going forward. In today's transfer portal era, Morgan Scally by year 2 will be just fine. Just take a step back. He's getting paid by Michigan now. He doesn't have to leave coaches and players alone just because he coached somewhere else. Utah, hey, here's the thing. Utah's not paying Coach Witt's salary this next season. Michigan is. He's employed by Michigan. He's doing what's best for Michigan, not for Utah. He'd be doing what's best for Utah if Utah was paying him. Just like when you're at work, you're doing what's hopefully best for your company, not what your competitor or the place you came from. Not doing what's best for them, you're doing what's best for your current company. It's the same thing. So, just because it's football, I don't know. People are acting crazy. I'm with you. Michigan, number 2. There's a Grand Canyon. There's a Grand Canyon between 1 and 2.
Yes. Same.
Number 1, Utah man till I die. Got it tatted on me. Gonna have it tatted on me. On my heart. It is in my blood, in my soul. There's a Grand Canyon between 1 and 2. But 2 is Michigan. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
I hope we kick his ass in the national championship. If we're not there, I hope he wins the national championship. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah. And I can guarantee Tailgate Talk will be doing a live session from
wherever.
Michigan.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the game.
Yeah.
We're going to a game. It's going to happen.
Have to happen. I would like to see another game in the Big House.
We're not the only ones. BYU just lost their best asset, okay? Jay Hill's a top 5 defense coordinator in the country. He's going to Michigan. He took another assistant of his. That was unbelievable. They're going to take guys. I know they said they're staying. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
We're not the only ones that we're going to get gouged. So,
yep. No. I love it. I had a thought. It escaped me for a quick second. While I think about it, let me give a moment to our sponsor. And that's it from our sponsors. We're free agents.
Did you not seal the deal with Steve from sales?
Jaywalk. Steve's on our sales team. Steve in sales is on our sales team. I don't know. Have you talked to Steve? I don't know. God fucking damn it.
Steve! What the hell?
Someone covering the contract with Aerotech.
I know. Well, maybe like Christmas Vacation. Maybe the contract just slipped between the seat and the middle console.
Why?
I don't know.
Hopefully,
Big J can comment what's going on his side of things.
I was creating some amazing video assets on behalf of Aerotech, and we lost.
We haven't lost them. We haven't lost them. We're free agents right now.
They haven't signed their 2025 contract, though. That's for damn sure.
I have a couple stabs at who I think, getting back, do you have any other final thoughts on Michigan really quickly?
Just to put the cherry on top, exactly what you said, DB. Take a step back. You said this earlier to me today, but the fans don't know. All 50 fans. I might be going down this route. I'll let you go first. Go ahead. Unless you want me to go.
I have a BYU friend in my life, unfortunately. Love him. Just unfortunate that he's a BYU fan. Talk quite often. And he's been asking me since Witt stepped down, the same question nearly every day. And I want to ask you.
Okay.
If Witt walked into a sold-out Rice-Eccles Stadium tomorrow, would a majority of the fan base give him a standing ovation or boo?
They'd boo him.
The majority?
Yeah. I think so.
I've been on the other side. This is my thing, dude. I think the hatred on social media is from a very loud minority. I mean, I don't know how many total Utah fans we have on social media, but it's like from 50 accounts, I think, is the majority of what I've seen. Maybe 100. But when we're talking like 50,000 people, I think people, at least that I talk to in my real life, are a lot like us and like level-headed. And it's like, yeah, like go Michigan. Like,
Yeah.
I think a majority of the stadium, you might hear some boos, but I think a majority of the stadium and a majority of the fan base is level-headed enough to give Kyle Whittingham a standing ovation if it were tomorrow.
Jay.
I was under the impression that we're building a Whit statue. Is that not still the case?
Depends on who you ask. I think we'll get back to having that discussion. I think if it was a yes or no today, it would be leaning towards no. But he's also always said he doesn't want a statue. So maybe it's just a good excuse to not do what he wants.
I don't think a majority of the stadium is going to boo Kyle Whittingham. If he's in you know what I mean? Like of course people are going to love him. He gave so much to the university. Like, we're talking like there could be a statue. So it's like if that conversation is even in existence, then it's like there's no way he's going to get booed out of Rice Eccles.
Yeah, I mean, not to keep shooting the cow here, but punching the cow, fucking the cow.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
All-time winningest coach, Utah history, winning bowl record, winning record against the rival, multiple championships. Yeah, I think you rename it Kyle Whittingham Field at Rice Eccles Stadium. And when he does retire, and he's going to come back, DB made a great point to me earlier today. His name will be in the Ring of Honor, and his name will be up there on the press box, and they're going to have a moment for him. And so, get over yourself, guys, and cheer for him. He gave us 21 great years.
And he was a Utah man through and through, even though he didn't go to Utah. Like, he represented it hard and really pissed off BYU fans for those 21 years. They hated him. And I loved every second of it. I can't hate the guy. To me, it's a lot like when Urban left. When people were mad at Urban for leaving for Florida, like, I wasn't going to debate somebody why they shouldn't hate Urban. But on the inside, I think it's very silly and very insecure. Like, we don't need to. I think Utah fan base can be pretty insecure. We don't need to show it, Utes.
Yeah.
And the hatred because he's stealing a couple assistants and a couple players, it's coming off very insecure. Very insecure.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, don't give the team down south ammo. That's all we're doing. Don't give them ammo. We need Michigan on our side. We want to get to the Big Ten. We need them. Let's move on. Be pro Scally. Yeah, Whittingham somewhere else. That's fine. But don't feel the fire. Let's just move on.
I got a stab at getting back to Utah. I got a stab at players that haven't, to my knowledge, made it publicly official that they're coming back, that I think are coming back.
Okay.
Do you want 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1?
I want 2, 1, 3.
Okay, 2 is Wayshawn Parker. I think if we lost Mark Otuai, Wayshawn would have gone with. I don't think he's leaving. You said 2, 3 or 2, 1. I think you said 2, 3.
We'll go 3.
3. Damp / Bird. I think are both staying. I
love that.
And then my 1 that I'm pretty confident on, JJ Buchanan, I think stays.
Okay.
I think if you retain all 4 of those guys, add in a couple good transfer portal guys, I think the expectations are right back to kind of where we were, and a lot of exciting things. I think those 4 guys with a couple more additions can win the Big 12.
Yeah. Plus 5-star tackle that was coached by one only Jordan Gross.
I got a good Jordan Gross story that I tweeted if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
2002, Utah beat BYU. Been a minute since we'd beat BYU. We rushed the field. It was at Rice Eccles. I think Ron McBride's final game.
Yep.
I think he coached that. Yes, he did. He got carried off.
Yep.
Rushed the field, rushed it with my buddy and my buddy's dad. And first time I'd ever been on the field, like anything like that. It wasn't a grand rushing of the field. There were a couple thousand fans, I would say, on the field. But it was a good little scene. Me, my buddy, and my buddy's dad made it into the locker room, and it was like, this is a big deal. My buddy's like grabbing everything he can find. Bunch of cool stuff. I, for whatever reason, went up to one Jordan Gross and said, Jordan, can I have anything? And he couldn't find anything. I did make a mistake on my tweet, but when I got thinking about it more and when I actually found it, I said thigh pad in the tweet. Jordan Gross, he wanted to give a kid something, but obviously he doesn't have gloves because he's an offensive lineman. He can't give me like his big bulky braces because those are kind of expensive. And doesn't wear sweatbands, can't give me a sweatband. What Jordan Gross gave me? His right hip pad. I walked out of there, and I will never forget. I got his right hip pad, and I went out of the locker room. My buddy had a bunch of cool things, gloves, sweatbands, everything. I had Jordan Gross's right hip band, or hip pad, and went back, and me, my old man, and Big J kind of all talking, and somebody mentioned, I don't know who it was, but somebody mentioned you should hold on to that. That'll probably be pretty cool someday. And I've held on to it, so it's kind of fun.
Hey.
I got Jordan Gross's right hip pad.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows a thing or two, though, bro. He had a great NFL career, and he obviously taught this kid to be a 5-star, so, yeah, I'm excited, man.
Great NFL career.
Great hire.
He played for one college team, the University of Utah, and one NFL team for, I think, 11 years in the NFL. So he's a guy that's going to plant his roots and be happy and not look at the next stepping stone every year, which is what we need right now. Stability. Yeah. Morgan needs stability. That's another episode of Tailgate Talk U, episode 35. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. After you subscribe, make sure the notifications are on. Hit that little bell on the video. Make sure you get notified. Helps with the algorithm. You're not going to want to miss the next episode. Milkers. Yeah. That's it. As always, go Utes.
Go Utes.
That's it for Tailgate number 35. If you guys haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel and our socials on X, Instagram, etc., and click the notification bell here on YouTube so you never miss a tailgate. I'm looking down upon you in producer heaven, and next to me is my shining star, Brady C. Smith. Big shout out to him. Be on the lookout, Brady. I'm going to toss something your way. If you want to be next week's shining star looking down from producer heaven with me, comment Milkers under this video. Milkers. And be on the lookout for our special guest next week. You are not even ready for it. Go Utes.